Hey guys, welcome back to Life with Twinsies. I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Charles.
We are here to do a review of Queen Sugar, Season 2, Episode 5, Caroling the Dust.
Dreams never die, take flight past the world.
So this episode was pretty good. I must say, it starts off with Charley. She's meeting with the therapist. Well, actually, she was supposed to have Micah there for the appointment, and he is MIA. So she's calling him on the phone, and she's like, hey, Micah, please tell me you're outside in the parking lot. And he's like, no, actually, I'm over at Habitat for Humanity with Nova, so I won't be making it. And the interesting thing about this is Charley's like apologizing to the therapist, and she's like, okay, we'll see you next time. And the therapist is like, hey, well, it's probably best that we take this time and talk so I find out some background before I meet with Micah anyway.
Right.
And she's just digging and probing and trying to get to the bottom of Charley's childhood and what her home life was like and how her parents raised her. And Charley's just like, I just see the walls going up.
Right.
She was just like...
she was probing some places where Charley didn't want her to go. And
she definitely didn't want to go
Charley
there.
has some issues where she needs to get some things resolved in her life so she can be a little better for everybody else.
Yeah, that's true. But you know how it is when you go to therapy. They always go back to your childhood. Like all the problems you have now started back then. So they're just like, let's
all the
see.
weapons I got.
Yeah, they're just like, let's see what went wrong here. But from there, so Darla shows up at the farm and Ralph Angel's cooking her breakfast.
Right.
And there's been a couple weeks that's went by, and he knows that she lost her job, and he lets her know, I'm going to take care of you. I got you. You can come move in here. We would love to have you, wake up with you, be here with Blue. And she's still like,
She wants to be independent.
Right.
And wants to be able to say she's taking care of herself.
But I think he wants her to be there so they can be a family unit. He wants to be a family with her. And Hollywood and Aunt Vi, y'all, they tearing them pies up.
Yes. It made me want to go out and get a pie.
They in the kitchen eating all kinds of pies. And I'm sitting up here looking like, I don't even like sweets like that, but the pies look good. She got him tasting everything. Well, what you think about this one, Hollywood?
Yeah.
What you think about that? But he's like, yeah, this is good and everything, but what's going on with you? I sense something's off. And she's just trying to tell Hollywood, I'm just a little nervous about selling these pies. And he's just like, whatever, Vi, I know you better than this. What's really bothering you? So she actually confides in him, and she's like, okay, Ralph Angel showed me this letter, and can you believe this?
There's another letter coming. That letter coming up again.
Yes, and
That
Hollywood's
come
just
so
like...
much, it's just going to slip out, and somebody's going to see it. Everybody going to see it.
Yeah, and Hollywood, he's just like, oh, man, ain't nothing good going to come out of this, man.
Right.
But from there, guess who shows up at Habitat for Humanity? And you had called this.
First.
You called this. You said that Dr. Dubois was really feeling Nova, and he just shows up all chocolate and smiling like, hey. And she's like, what are you doing here? And he's just like, I can help out. And
just drive by.
Yes, and I had no idea how talented this brother is. First of all, not only is he a doctor, but he lets her know, so I know all about how to do this. My grandfather was a carpenter.
Right.
We find out that he was a college basketball star, and he knows about farming.
Yeah.
So he's a jack of all trades.
Renaissance man.
Yeah, he got it going on. And he's nice and chocolate on top of it. But Darla goes to Charley's office, and she's like, can you, help me find a job? And she shows her resume. So Charley's talking with her, and she realizes that she's done some great internships. And she's like, Darla lets her know, my parents were able to help me out with that. And Charley's like, well, why don't they help you? And we find out that Darla no longer has a relationship with her parents, and Darla said, they moved on from me a long time ago. So Davis stops by the Habitat for Humanities to pick up Micah, and he is checking out the singer.
Man. can't you be a little more discreet when you do this stuff?
No, he was just like, who's that? And Micah explains that she's some singer named Tamar, and he's just like, you know,
like starstruck, like staring at her. Like,
he
like,
was all over her.
You on camera.
Darla is giving Blue a bath, and she starts questioning him about this Kenya doll that he's so attached to, and she asks him, you know, why do you like Kenya? And he's just like, oh, her hair is soft like mine, she's my best friend. But Darla kind of feels like he has this attachment to the doll because she wasn't there, and you know, she was going through her drugs and stuff and rehabbing,
right,
and she wasn't there for her son, so she's thinking in her mind that's why he has this attachment to the doll. Micah and Davis, they have this heart-to-heart moment. Davis takes Micah to play basketball, and he said, you know, we're going to shoot 3-pointers. If I make it, I get to ask you anything.
Right.
Nothing's off the table. And Micah's like, no. And he's like, well, it works both ways. So if you can do the same thing, and I'll answer any question. So, of course, Micah makes the shot, and he asks his dad, are you a sex addict? Davis is like, well, I'm a basketball player. I'm used to getting what I want, and I guess it just kind of, I was used to always getting things my way, so.
Right.
But he really thinks there's something wrong with him. And when he makes the shot, he asks Micah, you know, did the police rough you up? And Micah's like, no, but I've never felt like that before. I've never felt like I was at the mercy of someone. And he's like, and I just can't get it off my mind. So I'm like, I'm hoping he's telling the truth, and that's the extent of what happened to him.
Right.
And, you know, nothing else happened to him while he was in the jail. But I like that his relationship with his father is on the mend right now.
Right.
And this is when they show that Darla did, in fact, throw away the Kenya doll. And Blue is, like, flipping out.
Ripping the house apart looking for this doll.
Yeah. And I can't remember how old Blue is supposed to be. Do you guys remember how old Blue is?
I think he's like 6.
He's that old?
Yeah, I do believe, because he's in school.
Yeah, he is. That's right, he is in school.
Right.
And Ralph Angel, I mean, he pulls Darla aside, and she's like, I gotta tell you about this, and I threw Kenya away. And he's just like, why? And she really, in that moment, she didn't really give him an explanation. She's just like, and he's like, oh, you did it for selfish reason. So he just goes running off, trying to find out in this dumpster,
right,
that was on private property, and he's just digging through this dumpster trying to find his doll. And the police roll up behind him. Put your hands up. What are you doing on private property? And Ralph Angel,
you in a dumpster.
Yeah, and he's just like, I'm looking for something. I'm looking for something. That's the wrong thing. I'd be like, I'm looking for my son's doll. Okay? He's just like, I'm looking for something. I'm looking for something. And when he turns around, he realizes that he recognizes one of the officers, which is this guy that he calls Twine. So he has a moment with Twine where he's talking, and it kind of reveals a lot about Ralph Angel to me, and why he's reacting the way he is towards Blue. Because Twine is thanking him for, you know, you accepted me for who I was back when we were little, and you had my back all the time, and you didn't out me to the police. So Twine is talking, and apparently he's transgender, and because he was referring to himself as Antoinette. So Ralph Angel, he's very accepting, and he said, you know, when you saw me, you were just like, what up? And that's how Ralph Angel is. So they had that moment, which was like I said, and he told him, he confided in him, and he said, you know, this is how my son, I was looking for this doll for him, and I'm just gonna, you know, keep him close and let him be who he wants to be. So that's the approach to parenting that Ralph Angel wants to take. Darla and Ralph Angel, they have another discussion about the Kenya doll, and, you know, Darla just lets him know, you know, I was thinking that he kind of looked at that doll as like the female figure as when I wasn't around.
True.
So, you know, they have that discussion, and, you know, Ralph Angel being Ralph Angel, he's just like, he gonna be who he gonna be.
Right. Dollar goes out and buys another doll.
Yeah. She bought another doll, and she's trying to rough it up so it's not so shiny and make it look like it's been worn a little, so that Blue will accept this doll as being his Kenya, his best friend.
But if you ever had a toy growing up that you was attached to, you know every little scratch, every little dent,
yeah, and
every little
Ralph
missing
Angel
part.
said that.
Yeah. So that wasn't gonna pass.
Yeah. So we finally get to the scene where Hollywood goes out with Aunt Vi, and he had to reassure her, you know, don't give up yet. There's going to be bad days, but pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and let's try this again, you know. And he takes her out they go into another restaurant, and the air conditioning's not working, and Hollywood's hey, I'll fix your air conditioning, just hear what my lady has to say. And the guy is trying all these pies, and he's just like, this is good.
Yeah.
So things are looking good for Aunt Vi. It looks like she's going to be able to get this business up and running with Dr. Dubois. And she explains to him, you know, he had told her previously when they had went out for ice cream that he liked her. And she just kind of like gave him a blank stare, like a deer in headlights, and she was saved by the phone call because Charley had called her right then.
Right.
And so she takes the opportunity to tell him, you know, I like you too. So this is gonna be
Sparks in the air.
Yeah, I like these two together, and he just tells her that she's beautiful, and them two, I like them together. I think that's gonna be a good fit, even though we don't know what happened with her and her ex yet.
Still not sure what's going on with her internally.
Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely off.
Yes.
But I think this guy is a good fit for her, and
if I can throw this in, I think they'll be together for a little while, and then that part of her is going to drive him away, and she's going to have to figure everything out about what's going on with her, and let that out.
Yeah, but I mean, they should stay together and make some beautiful chocolate babies because they look good together. I like them too. At the end, Charley calls Darla, and she offers her a job. She's like, hey, I need an office assistant. Are you down for it? And, you know, Darla's like, yes, she's happy. Yes. She got a job and everything. And Ralph Angel's like standing there like, hey, tell me about it.
Right.
And she's like, oh, it'll be working for Charley. And he's like,
that face can kill.
And then it goes off. Then the credits roll. And you looking like, what is Ralph Angel? He's just like...
He is not happy about that. You might think that her being around Charley might change her.
Could be.
She might have that influence as far as make her someone like Charley is. So.
A little bougie?
Yeah, a little bougie. Yeah, I can see that.
Really?
Yeah, I can see Dollar Bill. Yeah.
Well,
I think her mother and father had money. They knew a lot of wealthy people.
That is true, because Charley said that the internships that she had, the companies, it was very impressive. Well, it was a decent episode.
It kept my attention.
By the time this show came on, guys, though, it's so late, and on a Wednesday night, it's like all you want to do is go to sleep. So it's just, I watched it the day after, so we'll have, hopefully next week we'll get episode 6 done, probably Thursday, early Thursday, posted either Thursday night or by Friday morning for you guys. But if you have any questions, let us know in the comments below, and let us know your thoughts, what you guys thought of episodes 4 and 5, since we're releasing both videos on the same day. And as always, we'll see you in the next video.
Twinsies out.